Hello, welcome back to my channel, Horror Literati. I'm Jen, and I read, discuss, and analyze horror through a literary lens. I am not looking forward to June. Summer is the worst time of my life, but I am looking forward to some good books. I'll be right back after this intro to tell you what books those are. So, my June TBR or Pile of Possibilities starts with In the House in the Dark of the Woods by Laird Hunt. I am already 4 chapters in and I love this book. It is unsettling, it's dreamy, it's eerie, it's written so beautifully that it reads like poetry. So, since I'm not too far into it, I'm just going to read the synopsis for you. In this magical and frightening tale of colonial America, nothing is quite as it seems. A wife gone missing may, in fact, have fled her stifling and abusive home. The inviting splendor of new American wilderness may, in fact, be an orchestration by a malevolent force. Women who lack both voice and sovereignty may seek freedom at the price of damnation. Set against the eerie, dangerous world of bygone New England, In the House in the Dark of the Woods is a historical encounter unlike any you've read, and a novel you'll not soon forget. It's amazing already. I cannot wait to get back to reading it. The second book that I want to talk about is Kin by Keelan Patrick Burke. I will be reading this in a cabin in the woods while I'm on a little vacation, leaving tomorrow. So I'm doing a completely immersive reading experience. So let's get into it. On a scorching hot summer day in Elkwood, Alabama, Claire Lambert staggers naked, wounded, and half blind away from the scene of an atrocity. She is the sole survivor of a nightmare that claimed her friends, and even as she prays for rescue, the killers, a family of cannibalistic lunatics, are closing in. A soldier suffering from post traumatic stress disorder returns from Iraq to the news that his brother is among the murdered in Elkwood. In snowbound Detroit, a waitress trapped in an abusive relationship gets an unexpected visit that will lead to bloodshed and send her back on the road to a past she has spent years trying to outrun. And Claire, the only survivor of the Elkwood massacre, haunted by her dead friends, dreams of vengeance. A dream which will be realized as grief and rage turn good people into cold blooded murderers and force alliances among strangers. It's time to return to Elkwood. So it's kind of funny to me that Elkwood is set in Alabama. I live in Alabama, but the cabin in the woods that I'll be going to is in Mississippi. So looking forward to that immersive reading experience. So the next book on my list for June is North American Lake Monsters by Nathan Ballingrode. And let's talk about it. In this striking, bleak, yet luminous debut collection, Nathan Ballingrud, winner of the inaugural Shirley Jackson Award, uses the trappings of the Gothic and the uncanny to investigate the loneliest and darkest corners of contemporary American life. Ballingrud's stories are love stories. They're also monster stories. Sometimes the monsters collected here are vampires or werewolves. Sometimes they wear the faces of parents, lovers, brothers, ex wives, or the faces we see in our mirrors. The people in these stories, ex cons, single parents, unemployed laborers, kids seduced by extremism, are stranded by life, driven to desperate acts by love and a longing for connection. Sometimes they're ruined, sometimes redeemed. They are always recognizably, wonderfully, terrifyingly human, even at their most monstrous. This sounds incredible. Then I have Sacrificial Animals by Kaylee Peterson. This book is described as rich and atmospheric, supernatural horror, groundbreaking new voice to offer a vision into a dark and vengeful mythology rooted in Chinese folklore. The last thing Nick Morrow expected to receive was an invitation from his father to return home. When he left rural Nebraska behind, he believed he was leaving everything, including his abusive father, Carlisle, and the farm that loomed so large in memory, there forever. But neither Nick nor his brother Joshua, disowned for marrying Amelia, a woman of Asian descent, can ignore such a summons from their father, who hopes for a deathbed reconciliation. Predictably, Joshua and Carlisle quickly warm to each other, while Nick and Amelia are left to their own devices. Nick puts time to good use, and his flirtation with Amelia blooms into romance. Though not long after the affair turns intimate, Nick begins to suspect that Amelia's interest in him may have sinister and possibly even ancient motivations, punctuated by scenes from Nick's adolescent years when memories of a queer awakening and a shadowy presence stalking the farm altered the trajectory of his life forever. Sacrificial Animals explores the violent legacy of inherited trauma and the total collapse of a family in its wake. Sounds very dark and bleak, and I can't wait to read it. And finally, my audiobook selection for June is The Wishing Pool and Other Stories by Tananarive Due. American Book Award winning author Tananarive Due's second collection of stories includes offerings of horror, science fiction, and suspense. All genres she wields masterfully. I agree. I love everything Tananarive Due has ever written. From the mysterious magical town of Gracetown to the aftermath of a pandemic to the reaches of the far future, Dew's stories all share a sense of dread and fear balanced with heart and hope. In some of these stories, the monster is racism itself. Others address the monster within, each set against the supernatural or surreal. All are written with Dew's trademark attention to detail and deeply drawn characters. I trust Tananarive Due, and I cannot wait to listen to this one. So let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Let me know what's on your June pile of possibilities. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and happy reading.